Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to stacking. Let's continue. So we want the, let's see, sabotage the exhibit. Let's reveal children are blocking the way to an ancient treasure. I mostly want to get this whole thing, this whole game done pretty fast and get everything I can do here as fast as possible. Let's see. Let's everything here. And there we go. We are in the guard who has the escort small doll ability for these little kids. Stranger, stranger. So I can pick up these small dolls and what? Put them down and then escort them out. Well, then what does that do? So one of the things I've realized here. Let me go, mister. I'm just picking them up, even though their arms aren't moving. Yeah, that's not acceptable. Even if this guard was a real police officer, him just picking up and carrying kids out, not cool. But anyways, one of the things I wanted to talk about that I've come to realize is that this game came out in 2011 by Double Fine. The next game that they came out that was kind of an adventure game that had puzzles was called The Cave. Here we go. Now we're in the Mummy. Let's moan. So I bet I'm supposed to scare everyone off. So the cave doesn't have this stacking ability. Sorry, to get back to what I was talking about. And on top of not having the stacking gameplay mechanism, it has considerably fewer characters in the game. Mostly what happens in the cave is you are given, it seems like 9 characters, if I was to guess. You were given the opportunity to play as 9 different characters, and oh, I guess I could walk out as this and then that exhibit would go missing, wouldn't it? And then you have to play as 2 of those 9 characters all the way through one run of the game. The characters you pick determine where you can go in the cave, and it's with those 2 characters that you solve the puzzles slightly differently. There we go. The mummy's gone. It must really be alive. Alive or not, we cannot have an exhibit without a mummy. We must delay. So that's Mummy Dearest. And there's no hijinks or anything here. He looks like he's ready for a fight. Interesting. Let's find a guy who can fight. I can't get into this guy until I probably defeat the whole thing. And so it's kind of a backslide from what they learned and added into adventure games from this point. Big golden glove slap. Let's see. Open the parasol. Here's our cheese sphinx that has already been eaten. So after that game, a couple years went by, and then they came out with Broken Age, which is a 2-dimensional point-click adventure game. So for Double Fine, they are the people who made Day of the Tentacle. If that wasn't the name of their company back then, it may not have been. But it's the people who made a point-and-click adventure game that's very popular called Day of the Tentacle, and its predecessor, Maniac Mansion. And then they go to this adventure game that's not a point-and-click adventure game, and it felt like an experiment into how to modernize that concept. And then they lost in their next game, The Cave, a lot of the things that had been added to this game. And then a couple years later, they come out with Broken Age, which is a standard point-and-click adventure game that has nothing that was added in this game. So poor stacking here as a style of game has not. This is how we get out. Good day, sir. Poor stacking has just been left in the dust, as it were. Now, it only came out, I think, in 2011. I think I said that. So there's still time that stacking could get a stacking 2. But I think they also had some trouble. Here, let's just speed this up a little bit and walk out with the exhibit missing. Whatever happened to the gilded sarcophagus? I came to see it. Sorry, we cannot have an exhibit without the sarcophagus. Delayed again. So that's the relic rustler. That's not the one that we were being hinted at, though. So since we're here, as far as the sabotage list, let's. Once strong, the statue has become weakened by time. Alright, so we need a puncher guy. I think we're gonna have to run over here and find one. Let's see. Here's another nest. So if I can find another nest while I'm in this would be a good hijink to do. But yeah, without it being voiced, we have a little bit of an issue. It feels like trying to sell this to kids, and this is very much, it feels like a kids style game. So I need to find the nests. I don't think there are any. There's a nest. So I wonder if I unstack here and then go talk to this guy, would that? I assure you we do not use monkeys in our food preparation. I think if I ruined this one a couple more times, we'd have a better setup. Yeah. Well, anywho, I don't know if I said it or not, but yeah, voice acting, it sucks that it's not here. It should be here. It seems blatantly obvious this game should have voice acting. And then this whole story in itself is probably a little not very appealing to people, I would guess, if I was just to bet. Particularly little kids. I think this is funny, but I don't think most people are going to find it funny. So the difference between that family now is also there's a fourth one. So in the third story we'll probably have a fifth family member. Let's see. running around here trying to find nests that I could fly to. I know there's one there. Down that way. Where's the last nest? I'm just running around everywhere hitting A. It's pretty repetitive. I may not actually be able to get it. So. Yeah, that just seems like that's a quick way to get up. Let's see if there's a nest somewhere in here. I don't think there is. It's a shame. I like this concept. I suppose in a lot of ways it's just standard fare for video games though. Concepts get tried. They aren't for one reason or another popular enough that they can get continued and or they don't make enough money. Video game makers generally, particularly the big companies, want to make so much money on a game. They're not interested in small titles that will make them small amounts of money. They want big titles that will make them bigger amounts of money. Hey, we found it. Good. So that's that for that hijink. So let's go find the guy who's willing to do a proper uppercut. Let's see, where is he? No, that's the make way guy. That's the make way guy. That guy, and that guy will do a proper uppercut. Good. It is a very strange concept too, this Russian stacking dolls. And we're seeing characters here that I would probably guess never have existed. I bet if you scoured the entire planet, you could not find Russian stacking dolls that were painted to match these characters, these type of people. For the wide variety here. And the stacking concept, I kind of like it. Punch in here. Proper uppercut. Well, at least I got the door open. Now all of a sudden it seems like I can punch it back. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There you go. Dump all the caviar that way. All the caviar gone. I'm gonna stop the caviar service. So, the fact that it didn't put us back down to our default little Charles here, at this point, I think is a mistake. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. because now I need to just go right back into running around, finding any group whatsoever I can jump into. Hop on that guy. We're just running around here. And just to get back into this guy. And that's all I was really trying to do. Let's see. Is the exhibit down here? Map room and the buffet. It says. But then the captain's deck is up there too, so it's not pointing us to everything. Alright. Come in here and let's break this. This one? This doesn't look like it's gonna break. Doesn't look like it's reacting at all. And the kids duck and everybody else just takes the hit. So what am I supposed to be breaking here? Let's see. A proper uppercut will break the fighting pharaoh. Oh, here's the fighting pharaoh over here. The pharaoh's head is gone. We can hardly have an exhibit with a headless pharaoh. We must delay until fixed. Exhibit delayed again. New word unlocked. So now what's this reveal? Matching patterns is hard to distinguish. Hints will be available. You can see the timer there on the second one is slowly filling out, but by the time I'm done saying this sentence, I'll be able to take the second hint. So no real delay there, but I like that you have to ask for it. I like that it gives you a slight delay so you can't just accidentally hit X to all of them. It's not really gone, it's just an illusion. And see this third one right here will be full by the time I'm done saying this sentence. Is there a magician? The illusionist can make the Golden Queen doll look like Argyle. Illusionist. What is an illusionist? I mean, seriously. I don't know of any illusionist. Sugar Rush, Golden Glove Slap. What are the other hijinks we have left to do, by the way? We didn't get any hijinks for the first level. I imagine we'll go back and get it. We have Masquerade Ball, Animal Stack, which probably means we have to stack several animals in a row. Mass Effect, Broadsides, Anchor of Love, and Steward Season, and then All Wrapped Up. And All Wrapped Up is probably getting all these mummies in the right way. So we need an illusionist. Where's an illusionist? Let's see. Oh, he's an illusionist. Interesting. And he is Ronaldo, the husband of that family, so we might try to find that whole thing, family. Perform an illusion. It just turns everything into Argyle. Interesting. Anyone close by gets turned into Argyle. Am I supposed to... Oh, and if I do that for this one, it'll blend in with the curtain. Mass Effect. Hey, we just got... Queen statue is gone. I want a refund. The statue was the centerpiece of the show. We must delay the exhibit until it turns up. Exhibit delayed again. All solutions found. So with all the solutions found, we can now take control of that guy right there. And he has intellectual discourse. Which puts everybody to sleep. Interesting. Right. So to get past these kids, I think there's a couple things we'd have to do. We have to either do something like that to try and get them to go away, or instead get, where am I in this guy? And then I need a bigger guy in between. Move this guy out of the way. And I need a bigger guy in between that one too. Make way! Why can I not jump into that guy? Why can I not jump into that guy? So, like, this one doesn't even feel like you could ever get into that sarcophagus. It doesn't really feel like you could jump into that one either. So, let's quickly hop into a couple of guys here, and then take Ronald, and see if we can find the rest of his family. Let's see, Ronald, now. So, as far as the challenges go, we have 2 other challenges to attempt, but let's get his family. First, since we started that, there is a pretty high penalty here for being distracted. A full-on distraction will definitely mess with your system. So now we've got 2 members of the family. The next thing is to find the 2 smaller members. Are they over here? No, I don't think so. I think we need to go up 1 level. The hijinks concept in general would work with a lot of games. It's kind of surprising. I guess the reason why you really don't have a lot of that is simply because now everything is, if you're gonna do a hijink, you might as well get an achievement for it, type stuff. And there's another guy. got 3 of them. Now we just need the smallest one. It's just this one family. It feels like. So I think we probably need to go up to the next area. I don't think we're gonna just run into the smallest kid up lower. There he is. Don't go anywhere, kid. I need you, kid. There's hands. And there's... That's not him? Aw, man. See, now I've got this problem because I have hands, and I need to use his ability to go ruin this map room, I've realized. And if I do it now, I'll lose all these guys. That would be a very high penalty for being distracted. Let's see if I performed an illusion here. Oh, it didn't touch the maps. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna try and go full circle around here. Is this little one supposed to be? Oh, he is. He's with them. Oh, wow. The animal. Lord of Confusion. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce the Illusionist family. Oh, it's a different family than the one in the first level. I could have sworn it was the same. But nope. Watch as my daughter defies death at the hands of my own wife. It is time for destiny. They sawed her in half. And now a round of applause for my daring family. Great Copperfield's hat, where have you all gone? So, yay, I suppose, is the right response there. Man, boy does your perspective shift. They should have done more with the perspective shift that you have when you are just a little Charlie down with the camera so low. See, when you go up one, it's not like the camera moves up that much, but it probably moves up a little bit. And then when you go up two, it moves up. It must be moving up ever so slowly too, because I'm not noticing it. I'm not noticing the transition here. There it is. When you go down it, I notice it. Let's see. Oh, it just zooms in. Here we go. You look ill. Stay away from my maps. Nope. Toss those cookies. Maybe I ate too many cookies. My maps have been ruined. So that's crumbly maps. We didn't even need a hint for that. You could certainly stretch out playing this game by a good amount of time. Not a lot though. This is pretty much an 8-hour game no matter what you do. So we have 2 more solutions there, 2 more solutions there, and then we have several more characters to find. I'd say we are over halfway done though. You'll get like a hint if you hit A on this as far as what those characters are. And so it wouldn't really even surprise me if we had 4 or even 5 characters we couldn't even find until later. As far as hijinks, we got the Mass Effect. Anchor of Love, I think I know what that is. Steward Season, maybe I know what that is. And then all wrapped up, seems like a mummy thing, but it might not be. Masquerade Ball, yeah, I have no idea what that is. And then Animal Stack, probably just animals, so we'll have to run around the boat getting all the animals. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. We're at 27% complete. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of our videos. All that helps us out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.